I want to try to make this quick. There is a whole lot of information here, and well, there's two different websites. There's one that's pretty liberal called fair.org, but the one I'm looking at is fairus.org/issues/examples, serious crimes, illegal aliens, etc. And there's just years and years and years of serious crimes committed by illegal aliens. And some years are better than some others, but in it's just this is huge. I forgot who I was listening. I can't remember if it was Steven Crowder or Glenn Beck or somebody I was listening to, and they were talking about this, and I'm like, let me look into this. And it's just insane. It's just insane. Oh, my hair looks terrible. And some of these issues are reported as a result of the timing that they went to court. So the actual time of the arrest, or the time of the arrest, but the time of their illegal doings or whatever could be in the past. It may not be that actual month. It could have been sometimes even years ago. What year am I in now? This is, I think, 2021. Okay, November has 4. December has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. October 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. September 3. August about 5. June 3. July 4 incidents. Let's see here. July 28th, Department of Justice, the DOJ revealed that a federal grand jury in Nashville, Tennessee has returned a 60-count indictment charging 9 members of, they have the real name of the MS-13, with a racketeering conspiracy spanning more than 7 years. See, this lasted 7 years. And so July 28th of 2021, did they reveal this. Specifically the Thompson Place. Oh gosh, I butcher Spanish. Locos Salvatrucha clique with committing a wide range of offenses, including the murder of 7 individuals, attempted KO of an additional 5 individuals, drug distribution, robberies, kidnappings, and assaults. More specifically, the indictment charges the following acts of violence during approximately a 17-month period between April 2016 and September of 2017. 4 of these members have been confirmed to be in the U.S. illegally. Salvadoran national. All these names are like in Spanish. Gerson Serrano Ramirez, and Honduran nationals Franklin Hernandez, Jose Pineda, and Lewis. One of the guys was deported 4 times in 06, 08, 2011, 2012. The DOJ, various dates, Memphis, July 28th, 2021. I guess that's when the article was out there by Breitbart News. Breitbart had it in the news August the 6th, 2021. So you got to look at all this, and that's just one of these incidences. One of these little articles, August 23rd, 2021, Jamaican national Imienke Downey pleaded guilty to 1 count of sodomy and received a 20-year sentence for sexually molesting the opposite sex between the ages of 12 and 16 in Houston County, Alabama. WTVY.com, August 25th, 2021. And then the Jamaica Observer on the next day, August 26th. Let's see. Let's skip to, I don't know. Boy, that's a big one in October. October 15th, the body of Doug, I'll just say, was found in an orchard near Terra Bella, California, on 3 suspects in the murder of Jose. Okay, so they found Doug, and he was one of 3 suspects in the murder of Jose. A 24-year-old Belo Reyes has been in U.S. illegally. Okay, one of the 3 suspects. Let me start over. Even reading this, I'm getting confused. A body was found. One of the 3 suspects is a 24-year-old and has been in the U.S. illegally since the year 2000 and has had a lengthy criminal history. September, he was arrested on a felony charge of narcotics and gun violations in Kern County. Released on September 3rd, his rap sheet goes back to May of 2018, when, as Breitbart News describes, Reyes was arrested by ICE and given a notice to appear before an immigration judge to face deportation. Again, he was released from ICE custody on a $10,000 bail in August of 2018. Following his release, this man fought his deportation order in immigration court and even sought a U visa to remain in the U.S. Then in January 2019, he was arrested for drunk driving and was convicted on April 2019. By he was convicted again April 2019. By the next month, he had been released again by local authorities and spoke to an open border protest that attacked ICE for enforcing federal immigration law. Less than 2 days later, he was again arrested by ICE. However, in August of that year, he was bailed out through the efforts of Demario Davis of the New Orleans Saints, Josh Norman of the Washington Redskins, the National Football League Players Coalition, the New York Immigration Freedom Fund, and the National Bail Fund Network. So all these people, all these groups worked on getting him bailed out of jail. Forget everything that he did, and he was one of 3 suspects in the murder of Doug at the beginning, at the very first sentence up there, and all this other stuff. And he's in here illegally. Breitbart News reported this November 2nd, 2021. In Bakersfield.com, November 2nd, 2021, the same day. Let's skip to, let's see what was happening let's go to 2023. One incident in November, 2 October. Wow, August has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 notices here. August 22nd, this is 2023, Haitian national allegedly, don't you love their wording here? It didn't happen. No, it did happen. No, it didn't happen. It happened, but we can't say it was really him. Struck a school bus in Clark County, Ohio. Oh my gosh. I didn't look at this. This is what the one Trump mentioned during that debate. Causing the school bus to crash and flip over. This resulted in the death of 11-year-old Aiden. The illegal alien showed up at the U.S.-Mexico border that month and was simply released after being given a notice to appear at immigration court. Breitbart News reported this August 28th, 2023. Oh, don't mention my son here. It's just political. No, he's one of tons of victims, if you go to this website, of illegal immigrants. That all this could have been prevented. That's why Trump is doing what he's done now. He's trying to keep us safe. Borders keep you safe. The rich fancy people in their uh, enclosed, fenced, gated communities keeps them safe. But they want to keep our borders to the whole country open for anyone to come in for the votes. Mid-February, Mexican national Brian allegedly KO'd his roommate. Also an illegal alien, only known as, looks like a restaurant, he KO'd his roommate following an argument during which the victim threw a plate of food in the floor in Fort Pierce, Florida. After the incident, Brian got drunk and confronted the victim. He's got a Spanish last name, Marquez, and confronted the victim, first punching him in the face and the ribs, after which he shoved dirt and gravel into the victim's mouth, burying his body in a shallow grave in the backyard upon discovering the roommate was no longer breathing. You think? Marquez then went to sleep. He was awaiting removal to Mexico at the time of the incident. New York Post, February 20th, 2023, and Breitbart News reported it the next day, February 21st, the same year. And I'm sure we have tons more things that have happened that have been horrible that have not been reported, like what happened to my one of my bosses at work. He got hit, and this is the time to tell the story. I don't want to single him out. I don't advertise where I work. I can't. But he was either on the way home or going to the store. It was at night. It was in the evening. He was stopped at a red light. And it was an older vehicle, and it was a vehicle he's had for many years, and he's been keeping it up for the sake of money to not have to buy another car, because cars are expensive right now. And this just was last summer. Two illegal, he said Hispanics or Mexicans, he thinks they were Mexican, but they looked Hispanic or whatever, rammed in the back of his vehicle while he was stopped at a red light. They rammed into him. His vehicle went right into a busy intersection. He was completely shell-shocked. In the meantime, the two guys behind him opened the door, ran for the hills in two different directions. From what I understood from his story, the driver left because they didn't even check on him. They didn't even check. They didn't care what that happened to whoever they hit. And of course, he thinks they were inebriated while driving as a result of this. Whether they were here illegally or not could be up for speculation. He assumed so, or actually he was told so, because they did catch the driver. But the passenger ran, and I guess you have to imagine a busy highway intersection, like a four-way connecting to maybe a four-lane road with a huge intersection light with a six-lane highway. And the passenger runs, and there's like a little embankment, and apparently he just ran into the other highway. He got hit by a truck. They found his body doubled over in the ditch. And because it was evening, because it was where he was, because of who they were, it was never reported. In the meantime, my poor boss is in his vehicle. He's just like this. The hit was so hard. He was in shock. He thought he was paralyzed. He couldn't move his arms. He couldn't move his legs for quite a while. Luckily, no one hit him on the highway he had been bumped into by them. He could have died too. It didn't have to happen. But oh well, anybody, that could happen to anybody. It could have been any kind of drunk person. Really? Oh wow. Cut and shoot? I've been there. Oh my gosh. When was I over? When was it? Spring, Texas, cut and shoot, Texas. I had a picture. My aunt took a picture of me at the sign. April 28th. Mexican national Francisco Perez Torres, allegedly KO'd an entire family of Honduran migrants in the town of Cut and Shoot, Texas, near Houston. The names and ages in the victims are, they list them here, a 21-year-old, a 31-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 25-year-old, and a 9-year-old. The alleged KO'er became enraged when told by his neighbors to cease firing his AR-15 rifle, which he, as an illegal alien, was not even lawfully allowed to possess. When asked to stop firing so the children could sleep, he allegedly attacked the family and the 5 victims in their heads. That was so nice of him. He had been deported 4 times. March 09, September 09, January 2012, July 2016. But the porous southwest border helped him keep sneaking back illegally. Reported by the Courthouse News Service, May 3rd, 2023, and Breitbart News, May 3rd, 2023. 2023. They're the same day, but 2 different. This was reported by 2 different news people. Oh my goodness! Here's some short ones. August 22nd, Haitian national Hermanio allegedly struck a school bus. Oh, that's the one I just read. Okay. Late August, police in London County, Virginia, arrested Brandon Estrada de Leon, an illegal alien who overstayed a B2 tourist visa for allegedly harboring and abducting a teenager who he repeatedly during the course of the year. Breitbart, August 25th of that year. August 19th, I'm Alabamian. Nicaragua, someone from Nicaragua, national Diaz Castro was again allegedly driving while intoxicated. Boy, I'm seeing a pattern here. And without a license in Chesapeake, Virginia. She struck a local police officer who had pulled over another vehicle. The officer suffered skull and vertebrae fractures with permanent and significant impairment. This didn't have to happen. At the time of the incident, it was reported that she had been in the U.S. for 7 months and had been released into the country at the southwest border via parole with a notice to report. Breitbart News, August 27th, 2023.
But that's Breitbart. I don't believe them.
It's reported. It's in words. It's been typed. It's out there. You can find it. I gotta stop doing this. 2024. Let's go to last year. Rather, a lot in last April. Now here we go. This is Mississippi. Let's see. There was one in Montgomery County, Maryland. New Haven, Connecticut. Again, Hamilton, Ohio. Rhode Island. Mexican National Giovanni, South Carolina. Gainesville, Florida. Chicago, Illinois. Virginia. Palm Beach County, Florida. Guatemala national somebody, Chester County, Pennsylvania. 2 unnamed males, 1715, allegedly killed Christy Thibodeau, a French quarter guide in New Orleans, Louisiana, during an attempted robbery. June 19th, a Mexican national, Martinez, KO'd Matthew Carney in a hit-and-run crash in Nashville, Tennessee. June 11th, Mexican national Mendoza driving a semi-truck unlicensed and caused an accident impacting 5 other vehicles and resulting in the death of Scott Miller of Bailey, Colorado. Although, as an illegal alien, he was not authorized to work in the U.S. and had no CDL. Interesting. I've tried to get a CDL before. Not exactly easy. The Mexican driving the Monique Trucking Company based in California. He had been deported from the U.S. a total of 16 times, the first removal occurring May of 2002, after being arrested in Oregon on local charges in April of that year. Breitbart News did report this on June 17th, 2024, and CBS Austin, June 19th, 2024. See, June 7th, Venezuelan national shot officers, names 2 of them while he was resisting the officer's attempt to take away his illegal firearm in New York City. New York City! According to the New York Post, they were working on a robbery pattern involving criminals on mopeds in Elmhurst when they spotted them driving a black scooter with no plates going the wrong way down a one-way street, from the sounds of it, about 1:40 in the morning. The suspect ditched the moped, ran off, prompting the officers to chase. He resisted arrest, pulled out the gun. Moreover, the illegal alien was being eyed by the NYPD in 2 previous violent snatch and grabs. He was 19 years. Let's see here. He was doing snatch and grab robberies, targeting women in Queens, see here, Mata. Must be the other guy. No, this is the guy. I'm sorry. Okay, because he hurt 2 policemen, 2 New York NYPDs. Okay, he's 19, entered the country through Eagle Pass in July of 2023, and was ultimately released on May 6th. He wasn't in long either. Who lived in a migrant shelter. Told detectives he's a member of a Venezuelan gang, and that guns are smuggled into shelters through food delivery packages to avoid metal detectors. He also said it is common practice for the gang members to go pew-pew at the police officers. New York Post, June 3rd. CBS News, June 27th. No Breitbart. Happy? I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. It stops at August. I don't know if they've updated it since last August. July 9th, a Honduran Diaz and an unnamed juvenile, 16. The Honduran was 18, so they're like teenagers. Went on a random shooting spree in Charlotte, North Carolina. No state in America is safe. KOing Mustafa Muhammad and non-fatally wounding 2 other people. Diaz entered the U.S. illegally in 2019 with his father when he was 14. So he'd been here 4 years. He was encountered by the USPBP along the Rio Grande, but it is unclear how or why he was allowed into the country. Breitbart did report this July 13th, but also WSOC-TV, July 12th on 2024. This list is huge. These people didn't have to get hurt. These people didn't have to die if we just keep our laws. We have laws. Just stick to them. That's what all we're trying to do. To keep people safe. People safe. I didn't even mention Lake and Riley in here. I'm sure she's in here somewhere. Sanctuary cities. Bad idea.